Help him. Go. Keep going, both of you. Hold on. I'm David Backus. I play for the Boston Bruins, and this is my wife, Kelly Backus.
Matt boy, do you want a treat, honey? Got some asparagus? This guy likes his vegetables.
You think his pee's gonna stink now?
This is BB, our little beagle, our rescued puppy mill survivor, and Rosie, our little pit Shar-Pei boxer mix, and Maverick. He's the big guy. He was found running with another dog at large, and we have Sunny and Polly, our two cats that are still with us. I think they all know that they've been rescued in their own way. I think you can just see that in them, and it's funny, they all came from such different backgrounds, but they're just one cohesive pack.
Here's how it works, okay? I'm on the road. She calls and asks if we can bring something home. I say no, and then it's there when I get home. So
generally, how all these animals have made their appearance in the home. Yeah.
That's how it works.
In the 2003 NHL Draft, David was selected 62nd by the St. Louis Blues. But for the now 11-year NHL veteran, it wasn't just his love of hockey that started at an early age.
We met when we were about 5 years old in kindergarten. I was laying the groundwork back then to find my future wife.
I don't know if that's really the story, but yeah, we met in kindergarten. And then we started dating in high school, went to college together, and the rest is history.
Did you guys have dogs growing up?
I had a whole menagerie of animals. Everything, dogs, cats, birds, bunnies, gerbils, pheasants, and some ducks.
So Dr. Doolittle.
Kind of.
And I had a kind of rehomed, rescued poodle. I think I was 7, 8 years old, and my sister was 10, 11, and we'd asked our parents for an animal, a dog, for a long time. And we came home from school one day, and there was a dog in the front door. That was the greatest thing that's ever happened. You come home to an animal that you'd been begging for so long, and that was my childhood dog for the rest of my time being at home.
Jazz.
Jazz was his name.
Jazz.
Once we got into college, we were dating and started volunteering at the local Humane Society. Then when I turned pro, we wanted to connect with the community, and we started to assimilate with the animal rescue crew in St. Louis.
This has just always been our passion, and after we had done several years of animal rescue work in St. Louis and in Minnesota, we publicly launched Athletes for Animals in the fall of 2013.
Rose, do you want to go potty? You don't want anybody to come near you, eat that bone, do they? Can I get this from you? Hey.
In our 3 years of existence, we've funded over $300,000 worth of projects and programs that are forward-thinking, and whether it's spay-neuter initiatives or educating youth or the public on rescue.
Our focus with Athletes for Animals is really using athletes' platforms and projecting a louder voice. Really focusing on helping these animals that need us to, get into loving homes and being the voice for the voiceless.
Before the Olympics began, multiple news outlets reported that an extermination company was hired to kill the stray dogs in Sochi.
Russian officials ordered that stray dogs found on the premises be exterminated.
The year after David and Kelly launched Athletes for Animals, David was representing Team USA in the Sochi Winter Olympics, putting the Backuses in a unique position to fight for their cause on an international level.
From the second that we landed, I think we got off the plane and you saw street dogs. It was sad. It was really sad to see these animals in need and kind of have this feeling of hopelessness.
In Sochi, they cleared this whole area and knocked down people's homes, and when the government's taking your home and you really have nothing left, providing for a dog is not your priority. So a lot of these were family dogs that were just put out into the street because these people couldn't take them with them.
David Backus has really emerged as a leader of the U.S. team. But he wasn't just talking hockey today. Backus has also stepped out and taken the lead in trying to find homes for some of the stray dogs here in Sochi.
We were taking food from even the cafeteria and the place where the families were staying, and we were going out to the boardwalk right on the Black Sea, and we were feeding these street dogs. And that's where we found Sochi Jack and Sochi Junior. These little pups on the street that are all alone. We were sneaking them into our hotel rooms at nighttime and bathing them when we could.
One dog in particular really touched the couple's hearts.
Sochi Jack was like a 65-pound dog that was the sweetest dog that anyone's ever met.
Scruffy old mutt. You could write a book about him.
Ultimately, Sochi Jack was not cleared to leave Russia. However, he inspired the Bacchus' rescue efforts, as they were able to convince several Olympians to bring dogs home.
When you go to Sochi, you're in a foreign place, in a foreign land, and you're representing your country. But you really feel like what you're doing is maybe bigger than the game that you're playing. We know that you're not gonna save all the stray animals in Russia, but maybe we can tell Sochi Jack's story, and from his story, that can be profound and hit home with some people, and the word will get out that these animals are suffering and they need help.
I think if anything, that was the focus, and that was the most important part, was there was awareness brought to all homeless pets across the world.
For a long time, we weren't sure like if we wanted to just stick with animals and kind of selfishly live our lives under our control and what we wanted to do, or go down the path of having two-legged children. We kind of took that leap of faith, and we were blessed with a beautiful young girl.
It's a family unit, and right when we brought her home, we knew that we wanted to protect the dogs, but protect her. You want to give a treat to the puppies?
She's vibrant, and every day is something new she learns.
Can you give kisses? Yes.
Now that we have her, you wonder what the heck you ever did without her. So, Doug.
What's Doug?
Who's that?
With the addition of their daughter Stella, it looks like the Bacchus family is now complete, at least for the time being.
I would like to foster again. I don't know when. What would be a good time for that?
I think there's an appropriate level of animals, like 2 dogs and 2 cats. When you have an infant toddler, she takes up a lot of time and energy. But for now, I've got one big goal that hasn't been checked off my list. I'd like to win a Stanley Cup before this is all said and done.
Put some cute adoptable puppies in the top of that bowl.
I just want to eat cereal out of it.
Or cereal, that works too.